Mackey Motors in Lake City is the place to find new and certified used vehicles, along with a knowledgeable and helpful sales staff. Find new roads at Mackey Motors in Lake City.
Here on the Mackey Motors post-game show, find new roads at Mackey Motors of Lake City, and we're chatting with the lone senior on this East Sac County squad, Preston Mauer. You get the RBI double tonight to score the lone run. I know the result of the game, not what you guys were looking for, but you knew your backs were against the wall coming in to play a tough team like Southeast Valley on a very young team that has struggled this year. Talk about the season, talk about the game, and what you accomplished as a team this year.
I would say as a team, we created a very fundamental, great playing baseball team. It's a very young team, but I feel like they have a lot of accomplishments. I feel like they have a really good chance in the next season. And as a senior, it sucks leaving, but they have a good road ahead of them.
Usually, there's usually 2, 3, 4 seniors, something like that. You guys didn't have that luxury. It was you. They were all looking up to you. You were that leader. You were that force. What did you feel like you brought to the team, not only on the field, but as that senior, giving them that perspective?
I feel like it's a struggle looking after a whole baseball team, but looking forward, it's an accomplishment, a nice thing to do, and I feel like led very well and brought us to where we are. It didn't end out the way we wanted it, but like I said, they have a great future.
Let's talk about the game tonight just a little bit. You guys fall 11-1 in 5 innings. Early on, their pitcher had your guys' number. He was just firing strikes. I think he struck out the first 3 batters, and it took a couple innings, maybe 3 or 4, until you guys got a base runner on. What was he throwing that were throwing you guys fits? And then you got a run in that 4th inning. What did you guys see to get a couple of hits in that inning?
Well, we saw him before in previous games, and he cranked it up tonight, and we didn't expect that. So seeing a faster ball, swinging harder, and then after we got to that, then we started slowing down, swinging a little slower, and then finally figured out and got some bats on the ball.
When you guys came up in the 4th, you were down 5-0. Could have rolled over, could have went home. You guys got a single from Ludwig, and then you had a nice double out there. What was the pitch that you were able to bring him home on?
A good fastball out on the outside, brought it to the right field, and then brought him home. Nice roll underneath the person, hit a lump, something. But no, it was nice to bring him in, get a boost of confidence.
At that point, it was 5-1, and you thought, all right, we had just stopped them defensively, didn't give up any runs the inning before. Unfortunately, they kind of came up with a big inning right after that. But what were you guys thinking at that point when you'd put the run on the board? Were you thinking, all right, guys, we have no pressure. We were not expected to come in here and win. Let's get the bats going. Let's dig down. What was the discussion like at that point?
I would say we had a few errors from last inning. Left field left us a little short, and then he finally caught back up, and then he made a few really good plays, and then I think that's really where we decided, we're in this. Let's keep going.
Your senior year, do you have a memory or a highlight from this season that you'll think of down the road? 2022 baseball season, that was a cool moment.
I gotta say, coming together as a team. Unlike any of my 4 years playing, it was one of the most craziest fun years.
Absolutely. Well, I appreciate your time here on the post-game show. What's next for Preston Mauer? What are you doing in the fall?
Oh, I have my own detailing business, Bugs Detailing. So
awesome.
I run that pretty frequently and then do some other odd-ended jobs on the side. So, there's a lot to look forward to, a lot new, a lot to come.
So detailing, if you need cars, right?
Yeah, Bugs Detailing, 712-210-6026.
There you go. You deserve some free advertising for that. Nice job tonight. Best of luck in the future, and we wish you all the best with the detailing business and whatever else comes your way in the future.
Perfect, thank you.
That's Preston Mauer joining us here on our post-game show. Now we'll grab a word with head coach Jason Phillips of the East Sac County Raiders. And again, Preston Mauer was our player of the game tonight. And coach, tough loss tonight, 11-1 in 5 innings, but you knew coming in it was not going to be an easy test. You guys had your backs against the wall. They had played you guys once this year and won by 9. A lot more runs than tonight, 27 total. They score 11 tonight, 18 then. You guys struggled a little bit offensively, though. You get 2 hits. What did you see tonight compared to a couple of weeks ago that made a big difference?
We had 12 hits last time we played them, and Mr. Cruz is their number 1 pitcher. He didn't pitch as well last time, but he came a little bit more prepared today. He threw a little bit harder. Okay, it meant a little bit more to him. And, with a young squad, when we see somebody throwing hard, we want to swing harder, okay? Just touch the ball sometimes. And, that's kind of the name of the game. And, the first at bat for all of our kids, we swung too hard, okay? Settled down in the second time around, then we started hitting the ball. We didn't strike out near as much, okay? And so that's, a learning experience. He's a good pitcher, and they hit the ball well. They're a really good hitting team. They've always have been. They hit line drives. They don't hit pop-ups. They just hit the ball hard. And, we did a better job pitching this time around. Last time we had a lot of walks and hit Spassman. And, so we were throwing the ball over the plate and they hit it. And so good for them. So.
What's next for this program? Obviously, we just talked to Preston, just the lone senior, not a deep roster to begin with. I looked this season. I think you guys were the shortest roster that I called all season long. So you had that working against you. You didn't have the numbers. A very young team, and you can usually look on paper and think lots of freshmen, lots of sophomores, might be some trials and tribulations. There were some of those, but you look toward next year and you've got all these freshmen and sophomores with all kinds of varsity experience. Where do you see this team taking that next step for next season and in the offseason?
The next step is we got to get some pitching, okay? We did fine. We didn't have a lot of strikeouts per se, okay, during the year after our first couple games. But we need to be able to get some people out. And we're going to work at it over the wintertime. And they know that. We've talked about it. We got to get our school on board with it. And I think they'll do that for us. One of the things that with a young team, you can always say it's a young team, but we played a lot of these kids last year too. Okay, so the young team has got to be over, right? Their coach needs to do a better job, and he's going to do a better job next year. And but you also got to enjoy it. And this group of kids, they really enjoy each other. We had a lot of fun. The camaraderie is awesome. We give a lot of crap. We talk a lot, but they understand that it's just talking. And, so when you enjoy each other, it's fun, even though when you don't win. And, so hopefully next year we'll get our pitching going. And confidence is a big thing in high school sports.
I know as a coach, last game of the season, a playoff loss, no one likes this conversation. But I do like to take the opportunity and ask, the season as a whole, was there a moment this season that you will remember this 2022 squad for, whether it was perseverance at a certain point or a key victory that you guys had? A moment that you'll remember from this team in particular going forward?
Well, the first game of the year, it was cold. We froze to death up at Humboldt. We got a whole half inning in. We remember that one, really good. But, we started the season off, 0-6 or 7. We went up to Grettinger Carroll, played a really good game up there, had a really good pitching outing. And the one thing I'm going to remember about is Preston. He wants to hit it over the fence every time he's up to bat. And I kind of got on him a little bit, and I said, let's do something different. Let's just start hitting the ball, okay, just stroking it out in the outfield. And the next game he went 4 for 5, okay? The next game he went 3 for 4, and we were in the games, okay? And the young kids saw that, okay? And you know what? That's the nice part about, young kids when they see their leader, okay? And Preston does a really good job. He's my 4-year starter. He did a good job, all 4 years. Sometimes he's hard to listen to and handle, but, he's a great kid, and, he's one of those kids that he loves baseball. He'd love to play baseball 24/7, okay? And he's going to miss it a lot, and we're going to miss him. So, one of those things is it's too bad that he can only be here for 4 years, so.
Coach, I really appreciate your time. Not the result you guys were looking for tonight, but I know plenty of memories this season, and Preston Mauer can go out with an RBI single in his last game as a senior.
Awesome.
So there you go.
That's just perfect for him. Wish he would have had 5 or 6 more, but that's how it goes. And like I said, hats off to Southeast Valley. They're a good ball team, and, they're going to give Sioux Central all they want. So.
And I should clarify, RBI double. I need to give him credit.
I don't know. You know what? He's so dang slow. I don't know if you can give him a double on that or not.
Maybe there was an error that I just casually forgot. I don't know. But single, double, we'll call
whatever.
it.
It's still a hit, you know, and he still got his RBI out of the
absolutely. So, Coach, I appreciate your time here. Enjoy the bus ride back. I know you guys will. And enjoy the rest of your summer.
Yep. Thank you. I appreciate it.
That's Jason Phillips, head coach of East Sac County.